I still remember the exact second the betrayal landed. The conference room smelled of stale coffee and cold ambition. My slides were on the screen, the product of 6 sleepless weeks, every figure checked twice, every idea mine. And yet, when the applause came, it wasn't for me, it was for him. My boss leaned back in his chair, one hand on the table, the other on my work, wearing my effort like a tailored suit. "I pushed my team hard," he said, pausing just enough to look noble, "and this is what I delivered. I delivered." That was the first crack in the floor beneath me. The second came 2 days later, in my paycheck, slashed to a third, wrapped in a polite email that disguised theft as budget restructuring. That's when something inside me shifted. I didn't rage, I didn't confront, I just went still. He hadn't always been like this. When we first met, he shook my hand with a grip that almost fooled me. He told me he believed in me, that I reminded him of himself when he was young and hungry. I thought I'd found a mentor. I thought he saw me. He did, just not the way I hoped. The compliments had turned into requests, the requests into demands, the demands into expectations. By the time I realized he wasn't lifting me up, he was standing on my back, I was already too deep. But I don't blame myself for trusting him. Trust is only weakness when given to the wrong hands. The evidence piled up slowly. My code rewritten under his name. My reports reworded in his voice. Invitations to meetings that mysteriously never reached me, only to see my ideas pitched without me there. Each theft was a cut too small to kill me outright. He wanted me alive, useful, invisible. Until the salary cut. That wasn't just theft, that was erasure. That night, staring at the numbers, I didn't cry, I didn't rage, I planned. Revenge doesn't live in fire, it lives in silence. I started with patience. I copied every file, every email, every timestamp. I didn't hoard them for ego, I filed them neatly, building a trail even a blind man could follow. He was sloppy in his greed, confident I was too broken to notice. Then came the resignation letter. Short, formal, respectful. I thanked him for his leadership. I even wished him luck. He'd skim it, smirk, and toss it aside. But it wasn't for him. It was for the name I placed carefully in the CC field. The CEO. Not the figure-headed press releases, but the real one. The founder who built this company from his garage. The man who despised parasites more than failure. I knew what that single CC would do. It was a trigger, and my resignation, the bullet. The morning after, I walked into the office like nothing had happened. He was in the glass meeting room, charming a new client with a smile that had stolen too much. Then his phone buzzed. I watched from my desk as the color drained from his face. His lips moved silently, rereading the email again and again, as if the words would change. The client kept talking. He didn't hear a word. When the CEO appeared in the doorway, expression carved from stone, I knew the game was finished. He didn't ask for an explanation. He didn't shout. He simply beckoned with 2 fingers. My boss followed like a condemned man to the gallows. The fallout was swift. By noon, his name was gone from the directory. By evening, whispers spread like wildfire. Contracts mishandled, credit stolen, funds misallocated. The files I had so carefully preserved did the talking for me. And me? I was already gone. My resignation stood. I didn't stay to bask in it, didn't need to. My silence was my victory. I think about that day sometimes, the exact moment he realized the walls weren't crumbling around me, but around him. The look in his eyes when he understood the one he thought disposable had already placed the knife at his throat. People ask me if it felt good. It didn't feel good, it felt right. Justice doesn't roar, it whispers. And when it whispers loud enough, Even the powerful grow pale. That was my revenge. Not fire, not fury. Just a quiet email, a single CC, and the sound of a man choking on his own greed. And the best part? He never even saw me smile.